Hello, David Jones.
AKA P3.
The bell actually rings when I do that. We don't hear it. 1 minute, everybody. 1 minute. It's 7:45.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, I got to get rid of that web navigator thing that pops up every 2 minutes.
When you figure out how to do it,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah. Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation and the world. This is Texas Biker Radio, number 493. And yes, it is November 22nd, 2021. It is 7:45 p.m. And yes, we are here on a Monday night. Again, we strayed away from our Tuesday night podcast for a reason. And I'll go ahead and tell you. For that, the reason for that is I'm flying out of town tomorrow. I'm going to go to the airport and let the nut grabbers go through security.
You're going to be molested.
I'm going to be molested, that's for sure. And it's going to piss me off. No telling what will happen. What will happen. But man, that's right, Popeye and Deer Slayer. That's an inside joke, everybody. Man, OG, what a weekend.
Yes, sir.
Should I say congratulations to the new chairman of the COCI Region 2.
I'm still digesting that.
We were all digesting that on Sunday. Now, I do want to thank Iron Mike, who has been a steady hand. I think he said he had been chairman now for 6 years.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And, you know, I want to thank him as being a steady hand and a friend.
Yes, he's a good guy. He's a straight shooter. And he is definitely dedicated.
That's right. And he is a leader of the Wolverines MC.
Yes, he is. That's a homegrown MC.
Yep. And like us, they're growing. New chapters. New chapters. So now that you're chairman and stuff and you're going to get the big head, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm hiding.
No, Mel Robbins is a perfect choice.
Yeah.
OG is. He is a good choice. But he's still got to do some work with Sons of Liberty Riders MC. Because we're growing, right?
Hell yes, we are.
We're doing good.
I'm about to ship off a bunch of new patches for another charter in another state.
Yeah.
We will be adding another state to
Which
the states that we
happy.
currently have.
Yeah, which makes us happy. It really does. So, wow. What a weekend. It wasn't anything we expected. That's for sure.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, you know, I came out here and found you inside the studio, and what I was doing in the house I was kind of mesmerized by Kyle Rittenhouse on the Tucker Carlson show. Now, I had mixed feelings about that when I heard that, because, is it too soon, or just maybe is there just no good time for that to happen?
What, for him to be on the show?
Yeah.
I think probably need to capitalize. Lord knows the libs would.
Yeah.
The big hope now is that he and his attorney sue the shit out of everybody.
Well, when you're able to listen to the interview, I think you're going to be able to figure that out real quick.
And I mean, they need to take everybody on.
And what he said, I'll just give everybody a hint right now. What he said, he's got very good lawyers working on that right now.
Oh, I'll bet you. And hopefully they're hungry.
Yeah. But you know what? For what the media has done to him, he's going to need that money in order to protect himself and his family, because they are going to have to move.
Well, I've heard. Remember the kid with the Indian?
Yeah.
I've heard he did quite well.
Oh yes. Yes.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. So, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little reminiscent of what we were talking about at the COC meeting.
Yeah.
And that is, if the conservatives continue to remain passive,
right,
and remain what we term as low-hanging fruit in the biking community for
right.
law enforcement to pluck,
yeah,
and kick the crap out of us. If conservatives continue to just sit there and take it and say, somebody needs to do something, well, it's kids like this. If they take on the media,
mm-hmm.
up to and including Potato Head,
right, especially the Potato Head,
it's pushback time.
Yes, it is.
It is pushback. And what a sweet way to do it, because, from what I hear, these media outlets pay off. They don't want to go to court.
Right.
But, and hopefully they're going to do some personal suing also.
Yes.
And hit some of these slime buckets in their own pocket.
And listen here, everybody. This goes for our community, too. You bikers, listen up out there. This goes for you, too. If you've got a law enforcement, a media that's out there vilifying you and defaming you when you are innocent, it's time to take action. Don't be passive. Sue them. Sue them. It's time to do that. And it brings to my mind, back during the Waco incident, when the media was vilifying the bikers that were arrested, and the media that was like Sergeant Swanton,
yep,
who get out there and made all these accusations and innuendos at these people, and like personalities like Chris Crock on WBAP
I remember
here in the
that.
Dallas area called them domestic terrorists, is what he did. And without any proof that any such thing happened, because people were there, and many of the people that were arrested that he defamed were there for a political meeting. They weren't there for a fight in the parking lot. They were there for a different reason. And that came to the fore during the trial.
Yes, it did.
And through FBI testimony that, the COCI is a legitimate political organization. This is what we do. We do politics. We do bikers' rights. That's what it is we do. And we do things for everybody. This ends up affecting everybody, is what it does. And so there's no reason for us to be passive anymore. There's no reason for us to wait for the next legislative session to take action when we've got things going on right now. And we'll be talking about this in the future as we get ready. And now I will say this, OG, we're looking for guys that are in the gang database, 2, 3, 4, however we can find, that are in the gang database that don't belong there.
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
We talked Sunday. We have legal counsel that is willing to start filing a lawsuit
right
here in the DFW area for an individual that looks like it might be a worthy case.
Right.
So, and the legal counsel will actually be provided at no charge. All we have to do is cover expenses, and we are going to start building a war chest.
Yeah.
For that money. So, you bikers out there, especially in the DFW area, if you get hung up and we have a worthy case to go to court on, especially dealing with the gang database,
yes,
we're going to do it. And all you have to do is be the plaintiff.
Yeah.
Everything else is going to be taken care of. So, we're putting law enforcement on notice. We're happy. We're done with this happy horse shit. You want to play? We're getting ready to play.
Yeah.
And we're going to expand the ball field.
Yeah. And OG, they can go to texasbikerradio.org to check and see if you're in the gang database. It's right there on the front page. And when you click on the clicker there, when you click on where it says check to see if you're in the gang database,
click on the link.
Yeah, there you go. When you do that, there'll be a pop-down menu and it says other at the bottom. You click that, and you do give them all the information they ask for. That will not get you put into a gang database, and we better not find out they're doing that. Let me say it again. That will not get you put into a gang database. You click other, give them all the information they want, including your driver's license number. I mean, hell, they're going to have to figure it out. They're going to have it to figure out, if you have a common name, they have to, because that can be quite the search. But if they come back and tell you you're in the gang database and you've never been committed of a crime, and you don't even know how you got into that gang database, let us know. Let us know, and if you're willing to be a defendant, we're going to help you out. Let me say it again. We're going to help you out.
We have a listener out there that wants to know how they can donate to the War Chest. You can go to the donate button on Texas Biker Radio and hit the donate button. And when you do, I believe you can make a note.
Yeah, you can make a note
as to what that donation is for. And if you dog ear it for the War Chest and just use the term War Chest, we will make sure that fund is set aside. That fund is going to be kept separate from all other money, and we want to develop enough of a war chest where hopefully we can get more than one lawsuit going.
Yeah. David, I would say that if you're in the gang database and you were carrying your weapons legally, I would say you might be a candidate. We'll have to get with our attorney and see. But we'll surely ask him about it.
Yes, we will.
You might fit the bill, buddy. So pay attention here in the future what's going to be going on. We don't have to wait till the next legislative session. We can take action now on the things that are happening. And just like I said on Sunday to the members, we're not finished with Mountain County.
Well, as a matter of fact, having a few lawsuits going may help the effort in getting legislation passed.
It sure might. It's at least going to put them on notice, right?
That's right.
Yeah. But, OG, what to talk about next? The parade from hell?
Oh, man. That's a heartbreaker.
If you pronounce that right, is it Kenosha? Is that right?
Yeah, Kenosha.
This guy that ran over those people, and I do believe it was deliberate. And I looked at that video again and again, the real video that showed him running over people.
Children.
Yeah, children and grannies. The dancing grannies from Milwaukee that were there. And I think the youngest in the people that died, and it was out of that group, was like 50. And the oldest one was a guy. I don't think he was a granny, but he was 81. But whatever this guy's problems are, domestic problems, and he was in an altercation just minutes before, from what I heard.
Well, that's changed.
Uh-oh.
Apparently this guy has quite a pedigree and record.
Yeah.
For violence. Now, at first they were reporting that he was running from a knife fight.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was put out by CNN. Okay? The latest that I heard on the news tonight, and this was Newsmax, was that he had been in a domestic disturbance with his wife or girlfriend and left very angry. So, I think it's still too early to say exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Or what in the hell this guy was doing. The police are keeping it pretty close to their chest right now. But they did determine this guy was a Trump hater.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
He was a Trump hater, not a Trump lover. So that is why you're not hearing a whole lot from the media.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, the media has changed their tune. Once they found out this was a black guy, we got to wait on the facts. Nothing to see here. We got to wait on the facts. While the whole time for years, for over a year, they vilifying the hell out of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yep.
But now they're changing their tune. This guy don't fit any of their narrative.
No, especially with the fact that it was brought out that he's a Trump hater.
Yeah.
That just totally screwed him up.
Well, we could do what CNN and MSNBC would do. Hey, he's a black guy. He's a white hater. He's a BLM member. He's out there running over. All his victims were white. I mean, he's crazed black guy. We could do that. But we're saying let's wait on the facts, just like OG just said.
Yep.
There's more to come. But it's the perfect example of what they did to Kyle Rittenhouse and how they're treating this case. And there's no tellings where this is going right now, right?
Well, supposedly the guy's already out on $1,000 bond.
What?
That's what I heard.
No.
Yep.
No. He was out on $1,000 bond from an assault on his wife. That was before the incident.
Okay. Well, all right.
He's in jail now. He ain't getting out neither. But yeah, he did assault his wife.
Okay.
They let him go on $1,000 bond. Then they have another altercation minutes before this parade.
Yep.
And then he stormed out of there and went and ran over people.
Yep.
As they were beginning to fire up jingle bells.
Hmm.
You know, this guy will probably never see the light of day. I doubt, I don't know if Illinois has, or Wisconsin has the death penalty. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
So, yeah, he's got many, many counts of murder and injury to people, children. The list runs on and on. And some of those kids are still in critical condition and hanging on.
Can you imagine how the parents feel?
Oh, man. I know this much. If it was one of mine and I could get to him, he wouldn't last long.
Well, that's when you'd wish he was out on that $1,000 bond.
That's true. That's true. But it's a sad thing, everybody.
I don't think any jury in the land would...
Yeah, let me show everybody a picture of this guy. You know, if this was CNN or MSNBC, they'd be looking at him, they'd be saying, oh, look here, there's a Muslim.
Yep.
Or wait, they wouldn't say that. They'd say, he's innocent. He had a bad childhood. That's what they would say.
They're persecuting a poor black guy.
Yeah. The poor black guy's getting railroaded by a white society.
Yep.
But let me show you something else here. Buddy, and this was our picture on our promo, or for the show, to the link to the show. There's the dancing grannies. There they are. Bunch of white chicks and one black. I don't know why she's not in the outfit.
Those are the white supremacists that attacked his vehicle.
Yeah, white supremacists, yeah. That's what they'll come up with.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of silly crap. So, yeah. Unbelievable, everybody. Unbelievable. But let's move on to some fun stuff.
Okay.
Grab and go shopping.
Grab and go.
Grab and go shopping. Grab and go shopping in San Francisco and other places. Illinois too. Chicago. Yeah.
Those are those places where you can't be convicted for
they're hitting
shoplifting.
they're hitting all the high dollar places. Nordstrom and Louis Vuitton and those type places. Yeah, they're just
there's going to be some nice gifts under the tree this year.
They're just racking havoc. Let's go listen to this guy.
A few popular stores being ambushed across the country, rushed and looted by mobs of people, and all this as the holiday shopping season is picking up. Our Kaylee Hartung tracking the latest for us. Kaylee, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, DJ. More retailers are now taking action after this series of really brazen smash and grabs. Thieves are entering stores at all hours of the day, and some are making off with up to $1 million in goods. The latest robbery on Saturday in San Francisco, 80 thieves running into a Nordstrom, stealing goods and smashing shelves. Officers stopping one car, arresting a man and a woman, and then a third suspect was caught on foot. A day earlier, also in San Francisco, more than $1 million in merchandise was stolen after thieves broke into several stores that day. Walgreens is already closing several San Francisco stores after videos of brazen shoplifters went viral, including video appearing to show a man riding his bike out of a store with a bag full of stolen items. And the Chicago area has also been hit hard. Just last week, 14 suspects ran into this Louis Vuitton store, grabbing $120,000 in purses and other items before fleeing in getaway cars. And police say in that case, the store's security guard was on a break. George.
Okay, Kelly, thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robert.
Let me get it switched around here. Here we go. Man, there's nothing like grab and go shopping at Christmas.
Wow. That presents a whole new budget.
You know, I wish we had that here in Texas. If they'd get their asses blown off, it'd be great fun.
What is it going to take for this country to come to its senses and stop that crap? I mean, it's pure idiots that are electing these officials and letting them stay in office.
This is a result of George Soros elected prosecutors and idiots, total idiots in the California legislature. That these people can't be taken to jail if they haven't stolen any more, I guess, than $900 worth of stuff.
They ought to be shot.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I do have an idea for these very, very rich stores, like Nordstrom and Louis Vuitton and all those places. Hey, put you in a bulletproof glass and have it, there's two glasses. Once they try and steal something, have the doors automatically locked. And you've got them trapped, baby.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. And Nordstrom can make it big.
Well, Underwriters Laboratories does put out,
I know they do,
a glass that you can't break.
I know it.
It's burglar-proof glass.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm thinking is the only way this is going to change is when all these rich people are not able to get their goodies anymore because the shelves have been cleared.
Right.
Then they're going to get pissed off, and then something will get done about it.
You know, everybody, the reason they're carrying crowbars is so they can smash the glass cases in jewelry stores and whatever. But I did see a guy running down the street with a bunch of clothes in his hands.
Yeah.
And, depending on where he stole them at, they're probably pretty expensive clothing. Hope he got them his size.
It's just amazing to watch something like that, you know.
But you know what, OG? This merchandise is all of a sudden appearing up on the internet for sale.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah.
Slightly never used.
Christmas discounted.
Right.
Good Lord, everybody. Good Lord. You know what that moron in the White House is doing now? That illegitimate guy named the Potato Head?
Hard telling. It gets worse from day to day.
He's now considering changing the, what's it called? The first strike rule or something like that. You know, he's going to, it's our enemies like China, Russia, all these other places, and soon to be Iran and Afghanistan, maybe. We keep giving them shit.
Right. China for sure.
Yeah, China for sure. And he's going to make a proclamation that we, under no circumstances, would we make the first strike. Is that a sign of weakness or what?
That's a sign of a mental meltdown.
Yeah.
The guy is an idiot.
Yeah. You guys can check out.
He doesn't have two brain cells you can rub together.
You guys can check out Steve Forbes on YouTube, and you'll hear the whole story there on that. God.
Winter Olympics. I heard something tonight, Lissa, that one of the major sponsors has pulled out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is a big financial hit. They didn't say who it was, but they said it was a major financial sponsor, and it represented millions of dollars.
So this is China's going to host this Winter Olympics?
Yeah. Now,
good.
You know, part of the discussion tonight was all of these U.S. corporations and all of this purchasing that's being done from China, sponsorship in the Olympics, crap like that, all this money that the United States is pouring into China is doing nothing more than helping them build armament.
Right.
Now, I will take you back into history to Japan. When the United States was shipping all of its scrap steel over to Japan to be reused. Japan was taking it in their steel mills, melting it down, and remanufacturing the steel.
Mm-hmm.
The issue was they were using it to build their own war equipment.
Right.
But here again, you got the United States fueling an enemy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on with China. And what they were talking about tonight on Newsmax was people need to take a look at what you're buying, and if it says made in China, put it back on the damn shelf.
Yeah.
Quit spending the money. Yeah, the stuff made in the United States is a little more expensive, but think about who you're sponsoring there.
Yeah.
And
I know it's awfully hard to buy something that's not made in China.
I know.
It's really hard. You have to look. You have to look, everybody. But it doesn't benefit us to keep helping them. And Joe Biden is no help. The potato head. He is no help at all. Matter of fact is he's making things worse. His Build Back Better will make things worse. He'll be pumping more money into the system. And what is it that said about that? There's too many dollars chasing too few goods.
Right. We should say thank you to Lee out there. He just put a donation in for the war chest and said he's going to keep doing it whenever he can. Thank you, Lee. Every bit will help.
Yeah. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. It's going to go to a good cause because we're going to make a difference. We're going to make a difference. It's time to quit. It's time to quit being Mr. Nice Guy, trying to work through the system when the system is rigged. I hate to say that. Even though the Rittenhouse thing worked out, he did bring up prosecutorial misconduct.
Yep.
By prosecutors. And I promise you, these guys there that were there in Kenosha in that trial, yeah, they were actually doing their best for a mistrial, I do believe. And we've seen that here in Texas again and again, where they will throw the case if they think they're losing.
Yep.
and the judge give them a mistrial. No questions asked. That's what happened in Milam County. That's what happened in other places. And, you know, we've been trying to use common sense about what's going on with the court system, and also with things like motorcycle profiling and gang databases when they're arresting people with no probable cause and arresting them for what they're wearing, what organization they might belong to, and putting them in jail when they're, like I said, no probable cause, no due process, everybody.
And probably invoking a little asset forfeiture.
That's right. They will if they can. Yes, they will. They scarfed up those motorcycles down there in Waco, and they said, look here, we got over $1 million worth of equipment. They were jumping up and down, clapping, everybody.
Yep. I got to laugh. Our friend Sir Falls a lot.
Yeah.
Was commenting on the when I said he doesn't have two brain cells to rub together, Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Sir Falls a lot says they were looking for a couple of brain cells during his colonoscopy and failed there too.
Yeah. That's true. There's two different stories about that. One is what you just mentioned, Sir Falls a lot, and also they had to have emergency surgery to pull his head out of his ass.
Yeah.
Which didn't work, everybody, because now he's out there still spewing crap. If his mouth is moving, he's lying. And now there's a battle between the different wings of the White House with Kamala.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I think they have finally figured out they can no longer blame Trump.
Yeah.
Now they are blaming Kamala.
Yeah.
For some of Biden's screw-ups.
Yeah.
It's her fault. It was her idea.
Yeah. If you believe that, and
well,
you know, and yeah. I'm not taking up for her.
Oh, she's a worthless piece of trash.
She is worthless. But there's somebody else behind the scenes that are pulling the strings. That's what's going on. So, and none of this is going to help them. None of it's going to help them. Not the Democrats that are out there saying, "Hey, I'm a normal Democrat," whatever that is nowadays.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is fake everyone into thinking they've gone back several decades.
Oh yeah.
And because the Democrats at one point in time were fairly conservative.
Party of the working man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they demonstrated tonight that the working party has flopped. The working party is now more Republican.
Right.
And the wealthy appear to be more Democrat.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I brought up something with you, I think yesterday when we were driving in the car, about Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't like Biden at all, and it's vice versa. He doesn't like him at all. And one of the reasons for that is the reason Biden hates him, doesn't like him, is because none of his companies are union. So he didn't get in the number one electric vehicle car maker in the world, which is Elon Musk, didn't get invited to a I guess it's a conference with electric vehicle automakers. Only Ford and Chevrolet, I guess, were the ones that were there. General Motors, I should say. Ford and General Motors. They got invited to the White House to have a conference. Well, they left Elon Musk out because he's not a union guy. And let me tell you, I was a 25-year union member, except for the times I was salary. But I was a 25, and let me tell you, our union was a piece of crap. A piece of crap. They didn't know how to fight, and when we did fight, they were ready to give in within hours of getting close to a strike.
They become political
Matter
animals.
of fact is, you know what, OG, one time we went on strike for 30 minutes. And you know what they did? They went on strike for 30 minutes, but they called it off when the company had hired back the union workers they fired from walking out of the plant. So I don't know how long this went on, a year or two. You know, these guys were out of work and everything else, but the minute the company just said they would hire them back, they settled. And then our union also, every time we would vote to strike or something, they would vote again till they got the numbers they wanted. UAW 848, everybody. Check them out. They're hanging by a thread. Just saying. You know, and, hey, look, when I first started out, I mean, you know that I was a union organizer for a couple years there in my early working days. And I finally figured out, that all this was bullshit.
Yeah.
And the way they would attack companies was without them even knowing it, what was coming at them. It was really rude, man. It's unethical in my book. And then the battle was on until we figured out 51%, and all we needed was that one guy. And then they would throw it on him.
Yeah. See,
I was pretty good at picking the one guy.
I was on the other side of the table.
Yeah, I know.
I was up on charges with the feds, the labor board.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was something.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. But wow, man, what a crazy time, everybody. Hey, look, I'm gonna be on a Thanksgiving vacation.
Getting food poisoning from the buffet. I've been to these places before. Yeah.
And I would rather go someplace I hadn't been before.
Yeah.
But this is what they planned, and this is what my wife and stepson want to do.
You'll have fun.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. We're going to Vegas, everybody. Who hadn't been there? I don't know what the hell we're going to do for 7 days, because I don't gamble that much anymore. What's your favorite game? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, listen, everybody. OG was a 21 dealer in Vegas.
Yes, I was. I was
Yeah.
a 21 dealer for about 2 years.
Yeah.
When I first moved, I lived in Vegas for 20 years. When I first moved there, I had just turned 21.
Yeah.
And I went to work at the Lucky Casino downtown, right across the street from the Mint. Actually, it was owned by the Mint.
Yeah.
And see, I moved to Vegas just when they tore down Thunderbird Downs. Moved there in 1967. And dealt 21. I started out as a shill and then became a dealer, a 21 dealer. Worked mostly downtown. Then I went to work on the Strip. I got to tell you, probably some of the wildest dates I ever had were school teachers on vacation.
There you go. There you go.
I worked the day shift. We went in at, it was 9 or 10 in the morning and worked until 7 or 8 at night. And that's when we'd make our dates.
Yeah.
At the table. and then party all night. Get 2 hours sleep, go back to work.
I see everybody commenting there. I have to say I have won some in the past, but you always lose more than you win. And it's designed that way, OG, right?
Oh, yeah, the percentages, trust me, the percentages go with the house. And ever since they went to 4-deck shoes, that's tough, man. That's a tough game to count. Probably one of the better games to play in Vegas, where it takes time, and you don't have to spend a hell of a lot of money, is Keno.
Yeah.
Dice. Now, the house take on dice, as I remember, was a very low percentage. It was like under 5%. But that's a very fast-moving game.
So you're talking about the craps table.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I have won at the craps table, and generally when I won at that, there was some...
You find a hot roller.
A hot roller that's able to hang on to the dice for 45 minutes.
Yep.
And generally, that may be a big black lady.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it again and again. I have seen it again and again. Everybody's around the table like pigs at the trough, and you can make some money then.
If you can catch somebody on a hot run,
yes,
that's the time to play craps.
Yes, that's when you look for the people, you look for the pigs around the table.
Roulette is a killer.
Yeah.
That's a killer. And 21, the guy that's sitting anchor, the last one that the dealer deals to, can make or break the whole table.
Yeah. And do understand, everybody, a lot of those big-time gamblers, they make more money writing books than they do
That's right.
gambling, telling you how to win.
Right.
But everybody, I will, if I see a chance to come online, I am taking my laptop with me. If I see a chance and there's something to talk about, if something crops up, I'll try and go live if I have the internet. Wi-Fi is worth a damn.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Be safe.
Have a good Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.